The 10 richest banks in the world. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, it's nice to have you back for another alux.com original video. There's a saying that says, give a man a gun and he can rob a bank, give a man a bank and he can rob the world. We found that pretty interesting, so we decided to do some digging and rank the 10 richest banks out there. Here's the list. Number 10. Barclays PLC. $2.26 trillion in assets. Established in the 1690s, Barclays is one of the leaders in the UK markets. The Barclays PLC Bank is well known to be the proud sponsor of the English Premier League. To break the ice regarding the well-known bank, we can say that the bank has activities in over 50 countries and satisfies the needs of 48 million people. Number 9. Crédit Agricole Group. $2.35 trillion in assets. Headquartered in Paris, it's one of the leading banking groups in France. Its main focus is on rural areas with over 9,000 locations across 60 countries. Number 8. The Bank of China. $2.37 trillion in assets. Considered the oldest bank in China, it is one of the largest state-owned banks in the world. It was established by the government in order to have a stronger grip on the national financial markets. Number 7. Agricultural Bank of China. $2.43 trillion in assets. This is one of the youngest banks in China, established only 45 years ago, focusing on agricultural loans, which exploded to over 24,000 locations. Something you should know, back in 2010, the bank got hijacked and over $7.5 million went missing in the Hebei province. Number 6. JP Morgan Chase & Co. $2.47 trillion in assets. One of the largest banks in the world, JP Morgan Chase & Co. is the result of the merger of 4 banking conglomerates. Chase Manhattan Bank acquired Bank One, Bear Stearns, and Washington Mutual. They were also one of the important players in the 2008 financial crisis, but we're not going to go deep into that one this time. Maybe save it for another video. Number 5. Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group. $2.51 trillion in assets. I know what you're thinking. Since when is a car company in the banking industry? Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group is actually the biggest banking player in Japan. Back in 2005, Mitsubishi Tokyo Financial Group merged with UFJ Holding, and now they're dominating the market in that area. Number 4. BNP Paribas. $2.6 trillion in assets. It is the biggest bank in France, plus the biggest in Europe. With over 200,000 employees, the French have been massive leaders in the financial space. They also own big chunks of other European banks in countries like Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, and more. Number 3. China Construction Bank Corporation. $2.6 trillion in assets. Headquartered in Beijing, China, Construction Bank Corporation stands proudly as one of the biggest banks in China, with over 13,500 domestic branches. A few years ago, our friends at Forbes ranked this particular bank as the second most powerful company in the world. But in terms of actual assets, it only ranks third in this ranking. Number 2. HSBC Holdings. $2.75 trillion in assets. HSBC Holdings, known as one of the largest banks in the world, was founded by the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation in 1991 in London as a holding company, and very soon made its mark as the biggest British bank in the world. With offices in 85 countries, they're actively expanding their empire by smart acquisitions of smaller banks from all around the world. Number 1. Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, $3.18 trillion in assets. What a surprise! The richest bank in the world is another bank from China. This is officially the biggest bank in China, and based on their assets, also in the world. The bank is a state-owned commercial bank with over 18,000 outlets and 106 overseas branches globally. It employs close to 500,000 people. That's more than the population of Malta, Iceland, or Belize. That wraps up our rankings, but we have something we wanted to ask you guys. What do you think about China owning 4 out of the 10 richest banks in the world? Let us know in the comments. All this talk about banks got us really fired up about the biggest bank robberies in the world, and we're considering doing it as our next video, so be sure to subscribe or you just might miss it. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story. Oh, you're still here, huh? Okay, just because you stuck with us to this point, you're probably wondering, what about the Arab Emirates and all that oil money? Why didn't they make the cut? Well, it turns out the richest bank in the UAE is the National Bank of Abu Dhabi, with only $102.4 billion in assets. So they have a really long way to go until they compete with the big guys. Now subscribe so you don't miss the bank robberies video coming up in a couple of days.